everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. If it's your first time here, thank you for joining me in my little corner of the internet. Today I have a full face of drugstore things. Some of these might be new in general, or they just might be new to me, but I don't know. I've been feeling drugstore makeup ever since I've been getting back in, or ever since I started YouTube really, because I'm really more of a high-end lover if I'm being honest, but coming into YouTube, it's really opened me to try drugstore again, and I've really been finding a lot of really cool things, so I don't know I can do a video, but yeah, I just wanted to try new things to me, or new things in general to everybody. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. For my base, I have a couple of options. So I have here the Choa Beauty. This is a K-Beauty inspired brand from CVS, I think, or you can find it at CVS. This is the Angel Food Cushion Foundation. And I don't really see a lot of cushion foundations, ever, really, except for like maybe in Sephora, then that's really very rare too. I know Wet n Wild has one, but I don't know. I just really was curious about this because it's like K-Beauty inspired. I just wanted to see how it compared to like actual Korean foundations. And then I have the CYO Life Proof Foundation. I feel like this is like the foundation that got really popular because of that Taylor. She really talks about how like glowy and pretty it is, so I wanted to try that. So I got that from Walgreens. That's a CYO is a Walgreens brand. And then I also have this CYO Illuminating Mixing Cream. Yeah, so those are my base products that I want to start off with. I don't know if I want to do the CYO or the Choa. I think I want to go with the Choa today, and then I'll do the CYO in a different video. I'm gonna actually just go in with the CYO Illuminating Mixing Cream, and this is in Turn On the Lights. I thought this is very up my alley, and honestly, you know what? Another factor about drugstore beauty that's really turned me off over the years is that I feel like everything is so freaking expensive now. But CYO actually is still really affordable. I think this was $5 and the foundation $7. I think that's affordable. When like foundations start reaching like the $15 range, I'm like, is that even really that affordable anymore? I don't know. Like I remember like in high school I used to wear a lot of drugstore foundations. Or not drugstore foundation. Actually in high school I didn't wear foundation because I didn't like the foundations available at the drugstore. But what was my point? My point being that I feel like in high school, when I was in high school, everything used to be a lot more affordable. And now I just feel like, yes, in like the whole picture, like drugstore is more affordable than high-end stuff. But it's just, I feel like for a drugstore, a $13, $14 foundation is like, wow, what the hell? Like I want it to be like around the $7 range, you know? But anyway, I'm just gonna put that on the high points because it says you can wear this under and over foundation. And you know, I really wanted to find something from the drugstore that is like high-end comparable to like things that I've found that really give me that luminous dewy glow. I'm not really about shimmer in my highlights anymore. That's why I don't like powder highlights, because I just like more of a sheen. So like not really the highlight I feel like most people prefer, where it's more natural looking. I don't know, that's just what I prefer. And this feels very lightweight, doesn't feel tacky at all, which I like, and I feel like it's giving me a very nice little glow. And I'm gonna use that afterwards to like put on top of my foundation to see how that goes as well. And then I have the I have some on my fingers, so I'm just gonna put the rest of that on really quick. The Choa Beauty Natural Beige Angel Food Cushion Foundation. I've heard of Choa Beauty, but I don't remember hearing about this cushion foundation, so I thought it might be something fun to try. Angel Food, such a nice name. I hate the packaging. This is like so freaking ugly to me. It comes in the shade Natural Beige, at least that's the color I got, and the shade range is absolutely dreadful. It comes in 3 shades. But I just wanted to see how this looked on my skin today and how I liked it. Already, what is this? This cushion puff? Is that what it's called? It feels a lot stiffer than the puffs that I've tried, and it doesn't have like that blue undercoating. I already dipped it. It doesn't have that blue coating or that cushion that I'm used to, and that's supposed to be like the antibacterial or antimicrobial or whatever from Korean cushion foundation, so that's different. And this thing is fucking hard as a rock, man. Like, what the shit? It's not cushiony at all, but we'll just go see it. We'll just see how this goes. So this is the darkest shade, which is so sad that I'm the darkest shade. And I also couldn't tell what the shades really look like because you know, a drugstore doesn't really like let you test out shades. I will say I freaking hate this sponge. I'm gonna try like a different cushion sponge that I have just to see if that works better. I have this cushion from the IOP foundation, so I'm just gonna take that out and use that instead. Also, it might just be the actual cushion inside of here that's so stiff that's making the product come out really poorly. The shade match is a pretty good one though. I wouldn't say this is a super dewy foundation. I'd say it's more of a natural finish, but I do like the way that this looks. It's like medium coverage, and I feel like this could even build up to being full coverage, but yeah, that cushion sucked. But with this one, it actually looks really good. Fuck. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned the price. I think this foundation was $11, $11.99 or something like that, so almost $12, which is fine, I guess. I'm just gonna drag that down my face, and actually I really like the way that looks. The cushion in that is, the puff in that is absolutely terrible though. I'm gonna go in with the contour stick from Wet n Wild. I don't know if I ever, I feel like back in the day I did try some Wet n Wild stuff, but in a really long time, and this is like the only cream contour thing I could find, so that's really the only reason I bought this, because you know I like my cream stuff, you know. So I'm gonna draw that on. I can already tell this is a little cooler. What the fuck? Is there a sparkle on my face, or am I tripping out? Okay. Yeah, so this is a lot pinker in undertone, I can tell, than I usually use for my face products. But we can just bronze afterwards if anything, so that's really weird. This actually reminds me, the color actually reminds me of the Nude Stick Sunkissed blush. Or bronzer, whatever it's called. Yeah, I'm just gonna stipple that out with my brush. And it actually blends out really nicely. Just getting all into my hair. I believe this Wet n Wild contour stick was in the $5 range. Really affordable. I know there's like this whole controversy with Wet n Wild going on, so I really was trying to avoid buying from Wet n Wild, but in the end I ended up buying this because I could not find any other like cream bronzer slash contour thing. And I just don't want to spend money on a powder bronzer that I know I won't use, because I just, on my day-to-day, I just don't use it, man. I just don't use powder anymore. Yeah, but I think it looks really good. I'm actually gonna go into the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. This was $3, and put that onto my eyelids to conceal my eyelids as well as prime it. This is a full coverage matte concealer, but I've heard some good things about it, so I wanted to try it out today. But first on my eyelids, just to use that as a base. Clean looking. So that is looking very powdery on my eyelids, which is fine for my eyelids because I have pretty oily eyelids, I feel, because I feel like I can't, like my eyeshadows don't stay on as well without a primer. But I don't know how I'm gonna like that underneath my eyes because I'm a dry gal. So we'll see how that goes. Gonna zoom you in so I can go into the new ColourPop California Love palette. This is actually my first ColourPop palette ever, and I'm very excited. I bought this late at night while I was deep in a very bad mind state where I was like, I'm just gonna buy something, and then I bought it, and then I was like, why did I buy that? So I tried to cancel the order the next day, but they wouldn't let me because I didn't know, but ColourPop doesn't allow you to cancel before the order ships, so it just ended up coming to me, and I was like, well, at least it was only $18. But the reason I was trying to cancel was not because of the price, it was just because of the fact that like this looks like every other freaking palette that I have. But you know what, I've never tried ColourPop because I just get really anxious trying to navigate through their site and their million launches, and I just can't choose which one I want to try, and then if I want to try one thing, I want to try the other thing, and I don't know what to do, so then I just end up giving up and not buying anything, so I haven't tried anything, but here we go. Trying a ColourPop eyeshadow palette. I am gonna do a pretty basic look, I think. I don't want to do anything too crazy. I'm gonna go into the color Laguna. Laguna. And that color right here. And I'm just gonna put that all over my lid. This does not have a freaking mirror, which is annoying. I will say though, right after I bought this palette, I like really regretted it, because they came out with the Hey Honey palette, which I think is so freaking cute, because I have been looking for like really bright yellow, and I feel like every time I buy a palette just for a yellow shade, it's like not the true yellow that I want. So I went ahead and bought that palette too, but I wish I would have just bought that palette. And then because I wanted free shipping, I got the blue palette, the Blue Moon palette, because I don't know, it's just, I don't like paying for shipping, and I would rather just get a $12 palette and not pay for shipping. I think it's beautiful, looks great. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into the color Diego, that really pretty gold. I have actually swatched these when it came. I swatched these when they came, and I was like really impressed with the shimmer, so I want to go into that color Diego. Oh, hold my finger. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into the color Highway 1 V-Scutter right here. and just deepen my outer V a little bit. I saw this on the ColourPop site, but I don't know if I should do it now. I saw this girl do like the bottom with like that color Sequoia, so I'll just do it too. Okay, I'm gonna grab this color Sequoia, that's like tangerine color, and just place it into my inner corners. Clean it up afterwards, so it's fine. And I'm just gonna go into the same colors on the bottom, and so I'm gonna go in with Diego and Highway 1. Or no, actually I'm gonna conceal first, because I feel like concealing first and putting on blush after looks better, in my opinion. The concealer, I'm gonna go into the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. And just lightly go in with it, because I'm afraid of this concealer. Oh god, it might be a little too light for me, as you can tell, like it looks very stark, but I'm just trying to blend that in as best as possible. Yeah, it's a little light and very full coverage, but not as matte as I thought. But oh my god, just a little bit of that goes a long way, so do not go overboard. Honestly, I didn't even think I went overboard, but now I'm like, damn, I went overboard. It's a little too light for me. Like, I don't really like really light under eyes, so this is throwing me off. But hopefully it'll look better after I put on some more like contour and stuff. I'm just gonna add a little bit more here because I took some away with that concealer in accident. When you blend out this color, it's not as like pinky as it appears to be, so I'm happy about that, about the contour shade. And I like that it's like a bit on the light side, because did I even tell you what shade I got that in? I got that in the shade light medium. I like that it's like not too pigmented, because it just kind of blends into like your skin and you don't really like know where it starts and ends. Okay, yeah, that concealer is way too fucking light, but not like looking dry, which I appreciate. To the Flower Beauty Nectar Blush Balm, to tap that on. That's very orange, but I like it. I feel like it goes. And that's actually really pigmented. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, I love this. I'm gonna go buy every shade. Is that the theme of today? I'm just going overboard with everything. And that blush isn't helping, because like you can really, I mean that concealer's not helping, because you can really see like where the blush ends and stops, because that fucking concealer is so light. Holy shit. How do I fix that? How do I fix that? I don't know. Okay, I didn't use that full little squirt there. I still have some on my hand. I might have to go back over with like a different color concealer, because that concealer is too light and it's looking a little pricey right now. I'm just gonna go in with this is affordable still though. This is the Maybelline Super Skin. Oh no, not Super Skin, Better Skin concealer. I will say that e.l.f. concealer doesn't look too dry, but I don't love the finish of that concealer. Because I feel like it looks a bit cakey. Yeah, okay, see? That looks a lot better than this crazy light under eye. And to make that whole like under eye situation look a little less like full coverage, I'm actually going to draw in freckles. And just because I like my freckles showing through, but sometimes with concealer and foundation you just kind of get lost anyway. What I'm actually going to do is grab a tiny little brush and dot my brush into that Wet n Wild contour color, and just go over where I naturally have freckles, and so you can see it through my foundation. And then to make that look a little bit more realistic, I just go over with a bigger brush. So you don't just have like brown dots all over your face, you know? For the brows, I'm gonna go into this Flower Beauty Bow Brow, and I have tried this before. I saw Mariah Leonard use this, and I just was like, I was so amazed at her brows. If you don't like really like feathery, bushy brows, you wouldn't like this, I don't think. But you know, I'm just like in a never-ending search to find a product that will help my brows stay up, because my brows will not stay up. They refuse. They just don't want to cooperate. I just sprayed some water in there, so I don't want to tip it over, but yeah, I just sprayed water in there to activate the product, which is why it's called Bubble Brow. And I am in a never-ending search to try to find something that will hold my brows up. I've tried this before because I was so excited about it, and you know what, to be honest, it doesn't really hold my brows up. I know Mariah said it's like the only thing that's held her brow up, but my brows are Asian brows and they just want to go straight down, so I'm just going to start in the middle here. God damn, I love bushy brows. I love it. I love it. Okay. I'm gonna go back into the CYO Illuminating Mixing Cream because I don't really feel like you can see it that much anymore, and just put it over my cheekbones as you do. Wait, see, this is already falling. My hand, use my little pinky finger, and just dab, dab, dab. It's very liquidy, which I was not expecting. I thought it'd be a little bit tackier, but I actually do like that it's not very tacky, because then your hair won't stick to it, you know? I'm gonna blend that out with a brush. The CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara in Very Black before, but I just recently got the waterproof version because my eyelashes don't want to stay up unless it's waterproof, so I just wanted to try the waterproof version, so that's a new product I want to try out. I'm going to curl my eyelashes and that's what my lashes are looking at right now. Of course, like the one day I say I don't really like it that much, I feel like my lashes look really good. Okay. And then I bought the set of the new ColourPop California Love. Yep. The blotted lips. I've tried the ColourPop like super matte lip and I hate them, but these really intrigued me. I've tried a couple of these colors and I will say like the brighter colors I don't love as much because they're a bit streaky and they're not very pigmented, but I tried one of the nudes and I really like the way that looks, so I'm gonna do that right now. But honestly, I kind of feel like a bright lip would look good too. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the neutral color. Wiping off my lip mask off, I'm just gonna go in straight with this. And this is the final look. Just want to talk about my final thoughts on all of these products. The Flower Beauty blush, I love. I can like definitely see me using this a lot more. And probably I will pick up more of these colors because it looks what I like, man. It's what I like. Okay. I just prefer like these types of creamy blushes, and this is a really pretty, like very, very bright color. The ColourPop blotted lip. I like these because they're more comfortable than like the traditional matte liquid lips, but they're not like super comfortable to me by any means. Like the brighter red ones definitely did look really like wrinkly on my lips once I wore it after like an hour or so. So these are just like okay to me, but of all of them, if you really wanted to get one, I would suggest Scenic Route, because I think this one looks the best and it like wears the best, and I wore it for like a longer amount of time yesterday, and yeah, so that's what my thoughts are on these blotted lips. And then the California Love palette, which is this little darling here. I think this is a really pretty palette. Did I need it? No. Do I have a bunch of other palettes that look like this? Yes. Do I like it? Yeah, like I think it's nice. I don't really know how much use I'll get out of this palette, if I'm being completely honest, but I really do. I'm really impressed with that shimmery shade. I think the mattes blended out really well, and for my first ColourPop palette, I think like a neutral one, I think this is a good one, and I think, or I'll try my hardest to try and use it more and more often. And then the contour from Wet n Wild. I'm actually really surprised by this. This is exactly the way I like my contours and my bronzer kind of looking. I thought it'd be too cool toned, so I thought I'd have to bronze afterwards, but I really don't feel like I need to. It leaves like a light wash of color, so I don't really see where my foundation really ends and like my bronzer contour like starts. It just kind of like blends in like a natural contour, and that's really what I look for. I don't like it being too pigmented because I like having like a light wash, and it just looks like, wow, like she's just naturally very structured when you're not. But yeah, so I'm actually really impressed by this. If I'm being honest though, I probably wouldn't use this illuminating side or this highlighting side, but for $5, I mean, you can't really go wrong there, right? I will say this has a cruelty-free bunny sign and the vegan sign, but if you heard about all the controversy, I don't want to really go into it because I don't really feel like I'm the expert here. But apparently they do, Wet n Wild does sell in mainland China, so in mainland China they have to test on their products. That's just their law. So Wet n Wild technically isn't cruelty-free, I don't think, anymore. Or they've been lying to their customers. I think that's the whole problem. They've been saying that they're cruelty-free, but they have been selling their products to China. So technically the bunny on this doesn't really count by China standards. There you go. Okay. And then the CYO Illuminating Mixing Cream. I really am liking this. It's not, I for sure know like this isn't gonna be anybody's, like a lot of people's preference when it comes to like highlighting, but I like this, and I like that it's not tacky like a lot of thicker illuminating creams can be. I like that it's not like big chunks of sparkles in it. I think it looks really pretty underneath and over foundation, and I think I actually will be using this a lot more, and I'm glad I found like something from the drugstore that actually like, because drugstore doesn't really have anything like this ever. So I'm really glad I got this from the drugstore and at an actual drugstore price, like not like $12 for this, like $5 for this. I think this is really, really good and I'm really impressed. I like it a lot. And the Flower Beauty Bubble Brow, I'm a little torn on. As you can see, like my brows have already fallen right back into place. So I feel like if this really held my brows, I'd really like it. But I do still like the effect of it, so I'm like half and half for $10 though. It's good. Yeah, I like it. I just wish it like actually held my brows up in place, but that's just a me problem. That's a my brow problem. I'm pretty sure if you didn't have eyebrows that wanted to go straight to your toes, it would work fine for you. If you like fluffy like model brows, if you're into that, then I feel like you'd like that. And then the only really big miss here for me was the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I didn't love the way this looked under my under eyes. It wasn't super drying like I was afraid it was going to be, but also it wasn't very hydrating, or it didn't look very youthful. But it is very full coverage. It is like not as matte as I thought. I think the color is just really off for me, so I don't really know if I'm going to use this, but it's for those $3. I don't think this is a bad concealer, and it's definitely not the worst that I've tried. The CoverGirl Exhibitionist Waterproof Mascara. I thought this was like kind of like the run-of-the-mill mascara, if I'm being honest, in like my previous uses. But actually today, I feel like it looks really good. So I'm like kind of torn about this as well, but I like this today. So that's my thoughts on that. And then actually I'm very surprised by this Angel Food Choa Cushion Foundation. I actually really like the finish of this. I think my skin looks great. It's not too dewy, it's not matte, it's right in the middle. It's a natural finish. It's like pretty like medium. I think it's like a pretty medium coverage. I don't like the cushion in this. I don't even like the cushion inside this compact, but I actually do like the product, and I think that if I used it just with my own little sponge here, it'd be fine, and I actually really look forward to using it. But unfortunately I'm the darkest shade, which is ridiculous, so yeah, those are my thoughts. Yeah, so I think that I just covered everything. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today. I really like the way my makeup turned out. I feel like a fresh summer princess. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.